Greetings metal community, it's Roger back with another video, another response video in a way. Codi over at Metal Miners have a giveaway that he wanted to do, and to enter that competition you have to pick out 5 albums that have been important, shaping your music, what you listen to. Of course, I couldn't have gone back before the metal, but this is a metal community, so I will start when early days metal. There was a lot of bands back then that I listened to, AC/DC, Dio. Also the more like Black Sabbath, of course. But for me, it was kind of. I regarded myself as a metal fan when I got this Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast. This is the German edition tape. There's nothing in here, so Metallica. Iron Maiden was very important for me growing up as a metal fan, and kind of felt that was the real first heavy metal that I heard. AC/DC was more hard rock, and Dio and Iron Maiden was kind of in the same time, and also Accept was important back in the days. So I went for this because this kind of made the most or biggest impact on me, together with Holy Diver back in the days. Then we're moving forward, to thrash, and I did start listening to thrash a little bit. 85, 86, I kind of take 86, and Master Puppets was one of my first thrash metal albums I got, if not the first. I don't remember. It's a long time ago, so I don't remember fully when and where. This is not my original vinyl. It's an original vinyl, but I did have it on tape. I still have the tape, but I couldn't find it for this video. It would be cooler to show the tape, but yeah, it's no denial on Metallica's importance. I heard stuff from Ride the Lightning, but this was kind of my first full length with Metallica and first album, and this was damn heavy as well. So an important album for thrash. After this, Creator and Testament and all the other goodies popped out, but this was kind of, Metallica was kind of an entry point for me into thrash, and an important album for me. I'm not a big fan of Metallica now, because they have done some crappy shit. Can turn up the music a little bit, because this is an important. Well, wait for it. I can show you that this is not an entry. I just have to. One of the most important songs that I ever had back in the days, and I had it on a comp from 1985 called Metal Killers compilation or something like that. And on side B there was a song that I rewinded that tape until I killed it, because I love that song so much, and that's Venom's Black Metal. But only the song. I didn't buy the record. Probably 10 years later before I bought the album, but the song Black Metal for me is very important when it comes to seeking out harder music. It's kind of also an entry point for me into thrash, because this was so brutal that kind of opened my ears up to harder music, and that song Black Metal is just superb. Also led me to get into Battery. This is the first Battery album that I bought, Blood, Fire, Death. I did, hear songs here and there, buy them, but Blood, Fire, Death was my entry to Battery and the first wave of black metal, or whatever you're gonna call it. You of course backtracked a lot. Always backtracked a lot when I buy stuff, but this album is very important for me. Not very good production. The vocals was at least something different. So yeah, from that, death metal came around, and for me it was 3-4 bands that was early. My first 4 bands was Morbid Angel, Death, and Pestilence. But the album that really kind of shook my grounds back in the day were Atheist's Piece of Time. This album came out in '89 in Europe and '90 in US, I think. I got this back then when it came out, and yeah, it just floored me. I had heard, I had like Leprosy, Death on tape, but I was kind of just getting into that. But when this came, it was kind of death metal, only death metal almost counted when this came out. And remembering back to the days, it was, Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness, it was Leprosy, Death, it was Malleus Maleficarum, Pestilence, and this album. Those were kind of my first 5 death metal albums, or the first 2 Pestilence, Consuming Impulse as well. Those albums were kind of what got me into death metal and started my love for death metal, and I've loved it ever since, and this will always be in my top 10 ever death metal albums. I'm pretty high on it as well, but yeah. And then later on came the second wave of black metal, and I really didn't like this album when it first came, because the first album was death metal. I know you know what I'm talking about, Dark Throne. But A Blaze in the Northern Sky, it took me half a year before I understood this music, or it kind of resonated with my head. In the Shadow of the Horns was the first song that I heard from this. It was played on Norwegian radio on a very cool show that was a show on the radio that played 3 metal songs every Thursday. Yeah, every Thursday. So it was kind of straight back from school and turned on the radio, and he played this In the Shadow of the Horns, and I didn't like it at all because I wanted more death metal from them. But luckily I taped it and I revisited it some months later, and it suddenly clicked. And a very important album in the regards of black metal second wave. So yeah, that's 5 important albums for me, and of course Venom's Black Metal, that song is crucial for me. Yeah, could have picked a lot of other albums as well, but kind of what popped into my head when I start thinking about it. So yeah, and go and check out Codi's kind of competition. I'm gonna link the video down below so you can go and join. And yeah, thanks as always for watching and commenting. Be sure.